Silver Skull Gamer here. Quick hobby update, I guess. I am doing stuff. The Space Marine Codex came out, kind of changed my priorities with the new squadrons and everything. I needed some vehicles. I wanted to get some third vehicles, which I had a third Land Raider that's been sitting around with a chapter house kit. We'll show that in a second. Um, I then wanted a third Vindicator. So as you can see here, I have my third Big Mama Cannon kit that just showed up today. That's probably the best cast one um, out of the four that I've now ordered and received. Uh, gonna use that in my eventual Dark Angels army. That codex came out too. See, now kind of sucks though is now that Puppets War, well, I mean it's good for them that they have their own vehicle. They no longer sell the Big Mama conversion kit set up for a Rhino. So you still, their vehicle, they made it so that this piece still fits their own resin vehicle. But you no longer get the back plate they used to have that would fit a Rhino. Instead, you get this, which would fit their chassis, which is a really nice piece. And it's really well cast. There's a little bit of stuff needs to be scraped off the vents there. But it's a really neat piece. I really like it. The problem is it just doesn't fit a Rhino. I mean, you can make it fit, which I'd kind of like to do, but it gets a little weird in the backside. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use it. But it's a really nice looking piece. So I hate not using it, but then again, it won't match the other Rhinos, the other Big Mama Cannon. That's the other issue. This third one's going to be a little different because I don't have that back plate, and I don't have any Vindicator side armor that I ordered off of eBay. So I'm probably going to do some plasticard stuff that may match the Ares that I've done, and you can see the videos for that. Also, so you order the Big Mama Cannon kit, and it comes with these two pieces. No longer comes with the Dozer Blade or Siege Shield, which kind of sucks. But I went ahead and ordered their 2-pack Dozer Blades because I needed this, and I've now finally decided to try to convert a artillery support vehicle, basically an ammo vehicle, because it makes sense. Because like everybody said, this cannon's huge. With this mounted and all the inner workings of that cannon, how many rounds of ammo that are this big going to be able to fit in there? So my idea is to convert a Rhino into an ammo support thing. You can look up on Google. There are actually artillery support vehicles that basically back up to self-propelled artillery units and just feed them ammo. But I'm conflicted as to what I'm going to do. I've thought about just building up kind of like a Sisters of Battle. I forget what it's called. But anyways, there's a Forge World Sisters of Battle Rhino chassis that basically just raises the troop compartment up. And so I thought about doing that with some plastic card, just raise up the troop compartment a little bit, probably higher than that. But I also need a way to show, I want to show the ammo in there. So I've thought about either just almost creating like an open top kit, or making this open top, not rules wise, but just so you can see the ammo, and then have the little ammo crane on there, which honestly doesn't look big enough to handle these pieces of ammo. Oh, that's the other thing. This Big Mama Cannon kit did not come with the. These are from the previous kits. Did not come with any rounds or the little crane. So that's something to be aware of something to be aware of if you're going to order yourself a Big Mama cannon separately from their complete kit with the vehicle. Um, so you don't get any ammo. But I've got a lot of this ammo, and I want to be able to show it in here so people kind of understand what it is. And this dozer blade will be perfect for this Rhino or Razorback conversion. Rules wise, it'll be a Razorback with reduced carrying, troop capacity because that just makes sense. And then it'll have a matching dozer blade that fits the style of the siege shields of the Vindicators. So I don't know if I want to do the top, like have open doors, um, basically have open doors up here showing off the ammunition inside, or I want to, because that would be the easiest thing to do, would just be to modify these doors to just be open. And then, or do I want to make it raised and then have some kind of barn doors, vertical barn doors on the back that are open? So it'd be kind of like this, in the back, and then so you can see the ammo in the back. Honestly, I think the open top would be best. It'd probably be easiest for people to see. Oh look, you got a bunch of ammo in there. And then for the heavy bolter, so it will be a Razorback. I've got this old Bitspudlo or bitsbox.eu, but I think it's Bitspudlo, another Polish company. And I really love the resin is really hard. This is really hard resin, and it needs some cleanup on the bottom. It's not, the perfect cast, but I just love the design of these heavy bolters, which you can't really see good clear. But, um, oops, camera's moving around. So I just love these. They're big honking, heavy cannons, and they will fit. Where'd the other one go? So basically, I'm just going to mount this up here in the front so that it'll still count as a heavy bolter, Razorback. Um, I thought about getting really crazy and trying to, you know, use this front piece from the Land Raider and recess and use a Games Workshop heavy bolter setup in there somehow. And it could be done actually, but I just don't know if I really want to put that much time and effort into this. I kind of want to get these vehicles done so I can actually start playing the new codexes for Space Marines and Dark Angels and playing with these new squadron rules. So that's what's going on. Also, I need to go buy a third Predator for my Silver Skulls. The Vindicators will be Dark Angels, part of that army. Well, my Dark Angels custom successor chapter. So the other kit that I've been working on is the Iconoclast Chapter House conversion uh, for my third Land Raider for my Silver Skulls, which will be kind of painted. It won't be black like the other Land Raiders. This will be all metallic, kind of like the one because it's kind of a relic, right? It's a Land Raider Mark 2B or 1B or whatever, and then yeah, 2B basically. So it's a kind of a relic of the chapter, and the captain or who chapter master will ride around in it. So it'll all be all silver shades of metallic. Um, the plastic card that you'll see on top, and I've added my own rivets. I didn't really like the rivets they had, and then they didn't have rivets in some places at all. Um, so I've added Tichy train rivets. These are actually big hex bolts, which are kind of cool, and they're plastic. And then so here's the side pieces. One fit perfectly, pretty much. Little to no warpage, but the other there is a gap. See that gap? So I thought about filling it with green stuff, but I'm really not that good with green stuff. I mean, even a simple job like this, I just went the cheap route. And I know there'll still be a gap here. I may try to put green stuff in there, but I just wanted to cover it quickly. And of course now I'm thinking, well, now it needs rivets up there. It just looks too plain. But we'll see. I'm not a perfectionist. I just like to have nicely painted models that I play with, which is kind of silly because I haven't played in forever. But just nice tabletop models because honestly, in my area, very few people play with painted models, and the ones that I have seen, they're okay. I think mine are probably some of the best. Um, just in my area now. I'm not saying in no way do I think my models are considered great in the wider world of the hobby. But for my area, I think they do nicely. And for my self satisfaction, I think I do a satisfactory job. I like it. So I got this kind of building a whole bunch of stuff at once, so it's going slowly, and I got ADD and still getting on the computer and playing some video games. Too, just had a big Terraria 1.3 update. I'm waiting to play that with my friend. Tried it out a little bit. Oh, and then here's the las cannon. So to go in the turrets. That's the only real downfall of this Iconoclast kit is these pieces, because of the warpage of these big pieces of resin. Like here, you see that piece of, come on, focus. That's a piece of round tubular plastic card. I had to cut, come on, and glue to the top of that so that it would fit snugly. And one of these sides. All right, it's not this one. Oh, maybe it is. All right, it's not this one. It goes on the other side. Um, I think this one's okay. So I mean, this kit's from Chapter House. I don't know if maybe this is an older. This was bought a while ago. I don't know if you bought one of these kits more recently, if it'd be better. Probably would. Most of these companies seem to show progress in their casting ability, but that's how that works. And then they glued the las cannons together, trimmed just a little bit of plastic off the back to make that more flat, and then they'll just be glued up in there. They kind of stick out kind of far, but I didn't really want to try to cut these in half. So that's what it's going to look like. I don't know. Maybe now that they're glued together, I should cut them in half. But so that's a hobby update. Bunch of vehicles. Working on a bunch of vehicles. Still need to get the Predator from the local store. And work on this Big Mama cannon, and then painting, and then lots of vehicle painting. So hope you guys are having fun with what you're doing. Enjoying watching the YouTube videos again about the hobby and discovering some new folks, subscribing to some new folks, seeing what they're doing. And we'll see you guys around.